Hey, lovely people. Mia here. I've been practicing wedding makeup, perhaps for the registry office, I'm not sure. But this video is about something much more important than wedding makeup. Clive asked me to marry him in Ibiza last April, and it was one of the happiest days of my life, or evenings. He got down on one knee in a beautiful square or a place called Santa Gertrude in the square. And it was really special. And every bit of me, every cell of my body said yes. It was a real mind, body, soul, full yes. So we came home and we started planning our wedding, and we decided, why wait? Let's just, go forward. And we decided we'd go back to Ibiza in October and get married because we really loved it. And obviously we had that beautiful memory. And we quickly told our close friends and family, and they began to book flights and villas, etc. And shortly after that, I started to feel differently. And it was more than, I think it was more than wedding nerves. But I started to feel very shut down in myself. I was shutting down sexually. I didn't want to talk to Clive about the fears I was feeling. I was afraid, what if I actually really don't want to get married? And I suppose the only security I had was in the memory of the engagement, because I knew what I felt like. And in fact, there were photographs, and in the photographs, you can see the absolute joy in my face, and you can tell that it's coming, from the deepest place inside in me. So what was going on? Because literally I was like, I could feel, this is what I felt like as if I was all closed in like this. And I shared bits and pieces with friends, but they were friends I was inviting to the wedding. So it was really challenging, actually. I didn't really know where to go with this. And then I decided that I would do a little piece of work with somebody around feeling trapped, because that's what I could kind of get in touch with, this feeling of being trapped. So we did some work around that, and that feeling of a fear of being trapped started to ease. However, I wasn't feeling like I used to. I suppose even my feelings for Clive weren't what they were prior to him asking me to marry him. This was really scary. However, being who I am, I'm very curious and I'm very willing to sit with my feelings. And I did sort of mention things to Clive once or twice. I just asked him, was he feeling scared? And he was saying no. By the time he asked me to marry him, he knew that's exactly what he wanted. But I did tell him, I said, oh gosh, sometimes I feel a little bit scared. But that was as far as I took it in discussing it with him. And it took me quite some time to realize that the fear, which, maybe sounds a bit silly, but the fear was coming from the fact that I had been married before and that it hadn't worked out, or at least that I had left the marriage. And I was able to suddenly get in touch with those feelings that I had before I left the marriage. And what I hadn't realized was that when I left, I was in survival mode. And I thought I'd done my grieving, but actually what I had done was just survived. And I had survived for a very long time. And then I had processed bits and pieces through other relationships. And sure, I'd had some therapy, but actually I hadn't really fully processed. So I started to pray about it, and I started to be very gentle and kind with myself. But generally, once we start to see something anyway, it starts to dissipate a little. And of course, because I ask for miracles all the time, I'm a student of Course in Miracles, and I'm always asking for miracles. The universe provided me with 2 opportunities to be with my ex-husband and Clive. So one was my daughter's 21st, and the other was our grandson Jacob's christening. So a few weeks ago, Anna was 21, and we were all in the same room together. And it was so beautiful because something very special happened for me. I realized all the reasons why I had married Kieran. I realized all the good stuff that had transpired in the marriage, particularly the birth of 3 beautiful daughters who are amazing. And I knew I had to speak to him. I knew I had to say something to him, to express that love and that gratitude. And so I did. I went up to him and I just said, we are so blessed and I'm so blessed, and thank you for having these children with me. And it was a very, very special moment, and we had a hug. And the other thing that happened was that I watched him engage with Clive, shake hands with Clive, and wish us the very, very best. And even as I tell you this, I'm feeling quite emotional because it was very special. A few weeks later, as though to affirm the whole thing, we were all together at Jacob's christening. And me being the social butterfly that I am, I spent quite a bit of time flitting around and talking to all the different friends and relations. And during this time, Clive and Kieran sat together and they chatted and chatted. And for me, it was so special and so magical, and so much healing came from it. And literally within days of that, all my fear lifted. Everything went, everything moved. And I'm so excited now, and I'm so ready to get married 100%. And it's amazing. And I'm so blessed to have been married and to have had all the experiences that I had with Kieran as well. And to have my beautiful children and my grandson, or our grandson, should I say. Anyway, I really wanted to share this story, and I hope it's helpful to you. And the main reason, actually, it's not just about fear of marriage. It's about meeting those places inside yourself and being really gentle with yourself and allowing yourself to close down when you need to, knowing that you're going to open up again, because that's exactly what I've done. I feel so open now, and I feel like yes, yes, yes. And I'm so excited. So if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like, and please share if you think other people might enjoy them. And watch out for more. Have a wonderful day. The sun is shining here in Ireland. It's amazing. And I'm off for a walk in Killaloe. Bless you.